gonna be doing some drawing early this morning. Well, it's about 8:30, so I'm gonna do some drawing. But while I get everything I need set up, I'm gonna play this video. So let's go with it. Give me a second, guys. I'm looking for it. Thank you guys for watching my art. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. And as always, if you want to help support my art, my videos, my gaming, support my Patreon. Thanks. Alright guys, it's me, Crimson60620, was setting up everything, letting notifications go out. I think I missed one last notification, but I'll put it out in a second. And just going over some art. Turn that shit down. And for those of you guys who never seen one of my art streams, the tools that I'm actually using are a PlayStation 4 camera and a boom mic stand, as well as you know, my separate mic. And if you've seen my gaming streams, you know that I have a mic. And so I want to just go over just some stuff that I have. So I recently did this one, and this is actually on my DeviantArt page for Prince. I haven't laminated it because I want to actually I want to actually scan it with my printer. This is like I got basically a HP cheap printer, so I want to scan it before I laminate it. This is also something that I was proud of myself because I went back and did it again. Shit. And if you actually see the improvements, I think I have the original. Somewhere I have the original. It's not that far. Hold on, let me see if I grab it. I suppose it took the time of that video playing to set up, but I guess I'll do it. This is my original drawing of Hellsing. I got it from some fan pic. And I think I see an improvement. And shadowing. Alright, side by side. Now I know this one actually is color pencils and pastel pencils, but I think I just see an improvement with this one. So yeah. And this is actually spoken for. I told a friend I'd give it that to them for a housewarming present. But I fucking love the way I did this one. This one is just fun. And if you guys seen it before, I was actually working on this one. And the fucking light in here is actually fucking crazy, so. This one is The Wanderer. I finished this one. This was actually something that I just did for myself. I just wanted to create this character, and I just wanted to actually see how this would actually work out. It was almost a test basically. It's a test to see like how it will work out of the shading and the coloring. Kind of a beta test. So Yeah, don't want. So one of the things, these markers that I have, they blew through like hell. This is, yeah, this is a sheet of paper that I've used, and it bled through, and it can bleed through more. So I want to protect my motherfucking paper, because this type of fucking paper is not cheap. So any deals that I can get on it, I will get on it. So, and before I continue, I know I kind of skipped it. I do want to thank people who have taken the time to watch me this Sunday morning. Some of you guys didn't do something last night, and so you guys are woke early in the morning. Some of you guys are fucking hungover because it was just Saturday night. And yes, I'm gonna work on my elf character again. So the more important things that I'm actually gonna do is I got her suit colored, and if you can actually see, the markers look a little bit washed out. Like, the tone of it is actually pretty good, and I actually like the way these markers can actually carry over. Needless to say, it's a fucked up situation sometimes where they bleed through. I was wondering what color I was going to go through, because I'm colored here while I'm at home, but I work on shit while I'm at the office, so the lighting is remarkably different than what I have here. And these are artist loft markers. The color that I went for her suit just so happens to be, and if you guys can, when I was coloring it, I was tired, so I couldn't really read that, crimson. Ironically, that was the choice of the color for her suit. But you know, it was a very funny coincidence. Alright, so I got these markers set up, and I have other markers that I need to have set out. But the fucking carry case that I have too many motherfucking markers in there, and I'm just waiting to actually go through them in order to change them or take some out. So I got her color for the most part, and I got her hair color. That's the last thing that I worked on when I was actually drawing it. So let's just work on some more stuff. I want to actually get and be very, very careful right here, because somebody pointed out to me, somebody that was showing it off at work, who also draws, so I respect their opinion about the shit. So right here, it would just make more sense to have that as tree background instead of wall background. Just very, very carefully. Alright, shit. You guys have no idea how difficult that actually is. So I want to actually do some... Fuck! I don't want to touch that part. This is the Pro Marker from Winston and Norton and Newton. Also something I use in conjunction with me drawing. Fuck. What do I want to do next? Do have some Prisma markers, some Art Minds, which are the cheaper version of the cheap version of Artist Loft. Artist Loft is a Michaels brand, and they are the generic version of Coptic markers. They're not as, their colors don't seep through as much, but they're actually pretty decent. So what I want to do next, I want to have a real light blue along the windows. I actually like this color. This color. One thing you have to do when you're testing markers and making it part of your piece, you have to actually see how that color goes on paper, and that's this color right here. So be delicate around her ears because I'm actually do that a different color. The one thing that I hate about mixed media paper is the good thing and the bad thing. So it's saturated. You can saturate it with color, but you burn out your markers a lot quicker. So it's designed to hold color. It's designed to hold motherfucking watercolors. It's designed to hold pencil, marker. So it actually is a rough paper, and they actually have a rough version of this paper too, but that totally kills markers. And so I've actually wanted to stay with this type of marker, this type of paper, because I use it for all of my work. I use it for color pencils, I use it for even fucking the watercolors that I do. And that it's just like, it's a medium paper. Get it? Medium paper. Yeah, fuck it. It's a paper that you fucking use different types of media on. And so I like the way it uses, but it can be detrimental on your markers. And these markers, the set that I got was not fucking cheap, but these were a cheap brand. These are $70 markers for like 48 of them or 24 of them. And I got them for half off with the Michaels coupons, because Michaels always has a coupon. But this shit wasn't cheap. And yeah, this is the reason why I don't buy Copic markers, because people don't buy my shit just yet. I just started putting my shit on sale at the beginning of this year, so it's relatively new out there. So once I get revenue in, then I will buy the expensive shit. But until then, and you know what, me being cheap, sometimes it works out good and it teaches me how to sparingly use certain shit, but sometimes it turns out horribly, like the fucking AverMedia live portable gamer that kind of fucked me over, because that was a horrible, it wasn't even the software, it was the actual, it was just the it wasn't even the hardware, it was the software that you had to use to record with. And I know you're probably thinking, like, why do you need AverMedia's fucking software recording? You're streaming now. Well, the thing is, I want to actually go back and do PlayStation 3 games. And you can't do PlayStation 3 games streaming. Is my volume okay? I have my mic a little bit away from my face. For those of you guys who are watching, is my volume okay? Is the music too loud? What's up, Eva? What's up, Eva? How you doing? Thanks. Now here comes the hard part. What color I'm gonna make her? Pale pink should work. Oh yeah, that works out well. Gotta be careful not to re-moisten the eyebrows. I'm good. I'm good. Just trying to finish my obsession with doing this picture. And of course she has a midriff because I'm a fucking person that has to draw a midriff. No lie, when drawing a female character, that it works for me to actually know the break between, and I actually use the midriff as a way to for spacing. It's really practical reasons, but I can see how it a lot of people may ask, why do you always draw one with midriff? It's really just for practical reasons, because it actually stands out the between where the top of the body is and the bottom of the body is, really spacing for me. So the next Alright, so I looked up this little trick for anime lips, and I think it worked out pretty well because I'm horrible at drawing lips. You get just the outline, and the lipstick makes the lips. So let's draw those eyes. So I don't want to overcomplicate the eyes, one, because it's just small as hell compared to the overall picture, but I want to make them stand out. course, I'm going to put the actual pupils. Well, I think it may actually work better without putting the pupils. I don't want to mess it up. Oh, shit. Now, here's the importance of the shadows in the face. So, where the hell did I put it? Damn it, I lost my paper. Oh, here we go. So this is the eventual shadow guideline that I have, because over here is a fire. And I've actually tested colors and see how they will look. So yeah, I want to just touch all the colors first and then going through the guidelines of the shadows, because I don't want to smear this, even though it's really close to almost being finished. So let's talk about this present. So I'm actually going a different path with the present. A different kind of theme with the present. It's still going to go with the green and white, the green and yellow motif. The green and red motif. So shit, I'm smearing it. If you watched my last stream, you would actually see this is actually just some foam cutout that you would actually make different projects with from Michaels. I use it to basically lay my hand down so I don't smear it. just want to be very careful around those edges. Very careful. All right, time for some change in the music. There we go. We can turn this one up. Let's get the rest of this package. She has the package. I know it's a little early. We haven't even had Halloween. Hell, maybe I should do Halloween next. I got a character that I want to actually do. Not necessarily completely demonic, but it may actually work. Do a little palette swap. I'm not above addressing or changing some of my characters that I come up with ideas for. Hell, I think I even got it somewhere. Thanks, Carl. I'm just a little bit worried about one part about this. The fucking artistic cohesion that you actually see with the shit. So, I don't know. It's just one of the hang-ups that I have. Alright, so. Obviously, this part right here is fucking green. And I was going to originally do like a yellow and blue or golden blue, but I think this just fits the theme and it calls back to the colors in it. And it's just more appealing than me to do it this way. And maybe if I have the architect for this, I have the actual, because this is a copy, and if you actually see it, I use I go in, I actually do a rough draft of it, and then I do the draft, and then this is the final draft basically. I do a rough draft, I use some sort of copy machine or a printer where I copy out like different steps or techniques that I want to take, and then I do the final draft in pencil, and then sometimes I call audibles on the final draft, but it's effectively me figuring it out, and I can always go back to the design phase and redo things. Thanks, man. So this is why I kind of left space right there, because I didn't know how well I was going to color the lines. So I wanted to leave that little bit of space for error. And I can actually just go back and get a fine liner and go over it. And this marker is running out. So, yeah, I just color that green. So let's tidy up that line a little bit. What the fuck did I just do with that marker? What the hell? Oh, right here. Shit. Probably should have used a thin fine liner for that one, but it was just tightening up everything. Let's see. Is a ruler when I need it. Shit, it's looking dead at my face. Kind of cheat a little bit. Having the markers just cheat a little bit. Kind of true up that edge. Because even with this paper, even though it holds markers really well, it does still bleed a little bit. But as you guys can see, it actually turns out really well. Let's see if I can find a deeper green. Oh yeah, and sometimes I have two of the same markers. And I think this is the case. right? Shit. Let's go. And this picture, I wanted to kind of move away from unnecessary black lines, but I still wanted to line it up. And so that's why you see me using the different color fine liners. With the picture like this, it's kind of a more of a darker line, more of an anime feel. I have other pictures where it's just like, just anime fucked up, like not fucked up, but just anime out. And it's one of those things where it's just like, sometimes that works for the actual picture, sometimes it doesn't. I kind of move away from it when I don't need it. See, that actually straightens up that line and it looks more fluid. And you guys are gonna see a trick that I use to give it a little bit more depth that I thought I used. Yeah, a trick that I fucking used to give it a little bit more depth. So and I really know I can smear that part. That's actually really easy to fix. So as you can see, I want to actually give the bow just a little bit more depth. I really want to, after this, I'm actually do a little bit of a workout today. Because Sunday is usually my social media day where I work on, you know, putting out my social media, my art stuff or my video stuff for my gaming. And after I do this, I do more of this, I complete more of the picture, I want to actually do a little bit of workout, but I will be on my Twitch channel. And I'm like, really want to do a lot of New Game Plus stuff. And it's kind of, it's one of those things with the New Game Plus that you have fun knowing the story, but you also have fun going back and knowing, basically have God mode activated. And I want to do Kratos today, but it's this channel that I've been watching on YouTube called Random Side Quests, and they've been going over the Horizon Zero Dawn lore. And I want to kind of go back to Horizon Zero Dawn, the New Game Plus, and not be as cheap as I was being on my first Twitch stream, which I think has been like more than 2 months, so it's gone now. But I want to actually go back and do that. I really enjoy Horizon Zero Dawn's world. Alright, so I gotta find Put that up. Need that for later. Oh, shit, right Get a little bit of a shadow right here. Give it at least some three-dimensional feel. Like the bow is just sitting on the present, not just part of it. It's just, I don't know, it's just my thing. I have a, I don't know, I have a need for shit to at least look like I put effort towards it. And that's actually a good color for her shading when it comes up. All right, so I hit a dark ass red. Yeah, I guess. Leave that right there. There it goes. This actually won't matter that much, so where's that fine liner? One thing I learned as an artist, being self-taught as I am, is certain shit people pay attention to and certain shit people don't pay attention to. And people are not going to be paying attention to the legs of this motherfucking tree. Only people that do, like, favor to look at art and critique art or even actually do art are going to be paying attention to the legs of this tree. So I kind of got lazy right here. Yeah, that's not gonna show. So let's go back to this one. And seeing that it's dry now, I can actually touch this without worried about it. Like I said, the fireplace and shit is just something that I can redo. And it's always good, especially when you're drawing with markers, is to start with a light color which you're not so sure of and go to a darker color. Because I will be pissed if I had to start this whole thing all over again. Pissed. And markers are fun because they allow for you to cover up any fucking mistakes that you may have very liberally if you use light to dark. See? got to be careful when you are dealing with lighter colors. All right, so there it goes. And just because I'm being lazy on it doesn't mean that I don't add a little bit more detail to it, because I actually do. And it just gives it like a depth perception, however little it may be. And even though I'm saying that I'm lazy on it, I still fucking take the time to fucking put a little bit of extra effort to it. Yeah, that's the thing. Alright, so I'm gonna actually, how dark is this color? No, it has a nibble. Great. Was a little bit out of control. I'm committed to it. But the great thing about it is it perfectly matches this color. All right. How long have I been streaming? Fucking hour. Okay. We're gonna go to about 9:30, and then we're gonna cap off the stream. Not that I don't want to stream more for you guys, but it's just one of those things where if I work longer than an hour on something, it starts fucking with me, and I start basically, yeah, need to take a break after, especially coloring. These are acetone and acidic base markers, and that shit, it's fun having your face down into a fucking marker. I'm at a loss though. So let's. Silver. What would look better? Carl, man, like, it's okay if you fell asleep. That's cool, man. But like, don't be too hard on yourself about it. I'm just trying to figure out what color will work better. Kind of a silvery or you know what? Silver it is. This is where I'm going to actually play with some color principles. So, with me playing with the color principles, I'm gonna fuck with something. I should have made it gold. Fuck it. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's kind of do that. But you know what? It's going to dry lighter. Whew. Whew. Yeah, it actually dried lighter. Wow, great. Sorry guys, I'm stuck right now. Because I've always imagined the orange actually being the picture down, the color back here. But now that I look at it, orange just won't do. I want the walls to be white. That's one of the things that I want. Man, I gotta fucking do the reef. Fuck. Well, I know what color I'm gonna do the reef. That's actually pretty easy. and I'm going to actually add details into the tree. I don't want to actually take the break right now. Maybe I'll come on later and do this. Hell, maybe even catch it on my Twitch stream. But I want to actually take the time to show you guys where this picture originally came from. This is the original picture. As you can see, some of the principles are still there. Some of the stuff that I did take out. But this is the original picture. And she was more voluptuous, to say the least. But this was a year ago, and I've been steady. I draw something at least once a week, meaning I spend like 2 days drawing on working on something. And since then, I've did this. Now, as you can see, like, there are certain things, and let me actually start doing this because this actually makes her stand out a little bit more. Just adding more color to it, and eventually the fucked upness of the camera will actually come through because the camera is looking at white light. But I'm taking a break for right now, guys. I want to thank everybody who's watched, and thank you for, if you haven't already, subscribe, share my video, and thanks. Peace.